We keep the philosophy in Air for everybody should be passionate of the sport.
Flat 50. Okay.
I like because it's always different.
It's always interesting because you learn. I learn a lot, but it's not easy because it doesn't go as expected all the time, for sure.
And if I compare the result of when we were testing in 90 or now, I would like to say it's more or less the same. Because before, they don't have the manufacturer, they don't have the knowledge how to stabilize the glider. That means we have some good and strong behavior.
The difficult one is the extreme level of every category.
And now it's more calm. I mean, because the manufacturers, they get more skill and they work a lot on the glider, and we are not the first testing glider, what it was in the past.
The higher the category is, the more nervous I am.
Okay.
Speed. Okay. Work. Okay. Okay.
Okay, this is it's hard because you question yourself. I question myself as a pilot.
I think it was the worst flight. That was hard on the mental.
When we receive the glider from the manufacturer, we have to check different parameters, and after we go flight.
My job is to do a series of maneuvers to make sure the glider that I will certify has a certain behavior. Recovers the flight without any problem. Then with the result I get on each maneuver, I will be able to give a type of grade to the glider and certify it with either A, B, C or D level.
In flight we have 23 maneuvers to do in maximum weight and in minimum weight by two different pilots.
Okay, I start presentation and until it's my first flight.
And the job of the test pilot is to collapse the glider on the mark. Not more, not less.
It's very technical to find the right maneuver.
And I go, hopla, it was a bit big. Okay, I'll repeat again.
And after, when it's reached that, you have to let the glider fly and you check the behavior of the glider if you have to react or not. With the modern glider now, we are more difficulties to collapse the glider because it's more solid and it's difficult to reach the mark properly.
The most difficult, I think, is to adjust to every glider quite fast, so we don't know the gliders well, but then we have to perform the right size of collapse, the right performance of the maneuver in just a couple of flights, so we cannot really get used to the glider.
I can stabilize the glider. Okay, now I'm straight flight. Now I go.
Yeah, I try one more flight to repeat if I can find the right technique for the front collapse.
2, 3, correct.
The general aim of the certification is to improve the safety of the glider. Actually, we have 4 different classes, A, B, C, D. The classes of the glider was made to make more understandable to the pilot which level they are, what they can take.
So the glider I'm testing today is supposed to be a big glider. This means that I'm supposed to have a quiet, healthy behavior on all maneuvers, but sometimes the pitch might be a bit more than a glider, or the way it comes out sometimes is a little bit stronger. You can also get turns at the exit of a maneuver. For instance, when you do a side collapse, then the glider reopens and starts changing direction. So that's all different things that we're checking in the air.
It's very interesting to adjust the movement to have the right side collapse, front collapse or spiral, depending of the handling of the wings.
I think the most challenging part is to always question yourself and the way you do things before wondering if the problem comes from the glider. It often comes from the pilot.
We have three different topics for the resistance of the material. That's what we call load test. We have the line bending test, we have the shock test and load test. For the shock test, we apply a shock around 800 to 1,400 kilos depending on the maximum weight of the glider. And we have the wing link at the end of the risers. And after the wing link, we have the cable. It's fixed on the car. And the car accelerates until 70 to 75 km per hour. And everything getting in tension, the wing link should break and not the glider. Okay, give me the okay, and I go. Full speed. Check the speed, I check the glider. Okay, we arrive at 70, and pop, the shock arrives. And just a brake. And splash the insect. This is quite impressive, it's a huge shock. And we have to look at the glider. If there's no damage, we can take the same glider for the load test. After the shock test, we take the same glider and we load the glider behind the truck. That means we inflate the gliders. One pilot is steering the glider to keep the glider really straight over the truck.
It's really hard handling, no brake travel, it's like 10 cm brake travel.
Et voilà, c'est parti pour le load test. Contrôle la voile.
And we increase the speed as soon as we will reach 8G. That means the speed can be between 70 to 120 km per hour depending of the maximum weight required by the manufacturer. The glider will be certified when we get 8G. That means it's 8 times the maximum weight given by the manufacturer, and it's no structural failure should happen on the glider. That means the glider should be able to fly right after. Sometimes, for sure, we cannot reach that and the glider explodes.
When the wings break, I release with the system we have to have a safety situation, to not rose with the car.
The reason of this test, that means shock and load test, is to give the assurance of the pilot the glider is strong enough. If they respect also the regulatory check they have to do, requested by the manufacturer. It's always a little bit tricky because it's high load we need, but it was quite good. The weather is super nice, and as usual, it was a successful session. Yes, good. In addition of this loading test, we have the line bending test. The line bending test, we have to tiring the lines with the machine on the 5,000 cycles. When it's done, we are breaking the line and we check the value of the braking. From this value, after we make the calculation of the whole suspension lines, it should be more than 14 G. All these tests give the assurance of the pilot the glider is strong enough, and the glider should stay in one piece. Okay, turquoise, we are also testing emergency parachute. It's more or less the same process than the glider. We have a flight test to check the opening time, stability of the rescue, and the sink rate.
We are on the takeoff, and we have to try a rescue in tandem, and I am the passenger.
And we will fly over the lake to be ready to open rescue and test.
I'm feeling good. I'm a pilot, so I'm not afraid about that. I'm just happy to do this experience, and yeah, it's great.
Flight test of parachute. So we just release the parachute at 10 meters per second, and we calculate the opening time with a wing link of 20 kilos. And soon after, when the rescue is open, we release the main glider. That means we're just hang up under the parachute. We do that for simply reason to test the parachute with every in the same configuration without any influence for the glider.
Yes, I was a little bit nervous when we were just above the lake, just before to do the rescue. But all it's okay, and it's very calm when you go in the water. It's just yeah.
Everything all around was nice, very stable, sync rate perfect view, nice experience.
The rescue is also load tested, and for that we use a helicopter. The rescue is a fix on the weight, loading at the maximum weight required by the manufacturer. We fly at 40 meters per second, 144 km per hour, and we release the rescue, and it's open, and we should not have any damage. We repeat that twice with the same rescue. The problem we can find in the past with the round canopy was the stability. If the rescue is not stable, the sink rate will be not good, it's too high. And now the square one, the new generation, the square one is more stable, but for sure it's more demanding for the load test. The manufacturers, they have to work and to improve some resistance of the material. The aims of the rescue testing is to check the opening time, to check if the rescue is stable. The sink rate should be under 5.5 meters per second, and it should be strong enough. The same philosophy than the glider. We're doing this test to check the solidity of the rescue. After course, we also test harnesses. The aims of that is to test the solidity, the strength of the harness, and also the impact pack, the protector. For the strength test of the harness, we are a special dummy. The dimensions of the dummy are defined on the standard, and we load the dummy and from the different attachment points, and the calculation is done by the sensor. This is different. We have almost 8-9 different tests to feel everything on the strain with the strain test. For the back protector test, we test the back protector from the special machine, and we release from 165 meters the whole dummy and the harness, and that fall on the special plate, corresponding around if the pilot fall around 1 to 1.5 meters without any injuries. One of the meaning of the harness test is also to test the rescue opening. That means the handle should be able to get out between 2 to 7 kilos. We are working for the manufacturer according to the standard, to the requirement.
So this kind of research with Air Turquoise is very good for us as a company to develop and improve our products.
After that, we have a lot of administration.
I would say 60–70% of the whole certification process, it's paperwork. So it's many things we need to check up after.
When it's done, after we have to check the conformity of the glider. It's to check the line length, to check the riser, the range of the speed system, the quality of the fabric, and this if it's corresponding to the technical file. When it's finished, at this moment we can archive the glider with all documentation. with all videos because everything is recorded also. And we can give the certification number to the manufacturer. We keep the glider 5 years and the documentation 10 more years. For sure, it's the aims of that is to develop more security on the scene. That means we are also improve all requirements to update the test and to give the possibility of the pilot to fly safer.
It's challenging. It's amazing. It's an incredible job. I'm really, really lucky. I'm every day really excited. I feel really lucky to be surrounded by such amazing people and talented people.
We are good friends for many years and we respect each other. This is very important and we have confidence also.
And we like what we are doing, testing glider and testing different items, glider rescue harnesses and everything. But for sure, personally, my real passion is to collapse the glider and to feel this atmosphere in here.
End of the first flight, Alain. 9 of September 2020 for an LTF inspection in flight.